And here is an example of how to make a drawbot using a Lego Mindstorms EV3 kit. These are some basic steps. First, we'll familiar ourselves with the system. Then we'll learn how to turn it on and off and connect it with the computer. Then we'll make a construction plan how our mechanism will be so that it can hold a pen and rotate. So for that mechanism, we need some gear to connect with the motor. Then we'll build the arm that will hold the mechanism, and we'll make a pen holder that will hold the pen to draw. Once that's finished, we'll program the drawbot and we'll control the rotation and direction of the motor to draw on a paper. And the step 8 is the key step, because here we're going to change the motor speed and direction. That will decide what will be the shape of our drawing. Is it oval? Remember, our goal is to make a circle. Then once done, we're going to analyze the drawbot mechanism using the theory that you have learned in this course, and then we're going to simulate the same mechanism using the working model software. Using working model software that you have learned in previous lab, and finally we'll conclude with comparing the simulation from working model software with the analysis that you have made of the actual mechanism. So in the first step, let's familiarize ourselves with the EV3 system. You can find the manual for this Mindstorm EV3 on the blackboard. You can also find it on the website. Basically, it comes with a brick, which is the EV3 brick, where we upload the program and it controls the motor. And these are the two motors you see. And with the kit, it comes with a lot of Lego parts. You see there is gears, there's connectors, there's pins, and there is a USB cable to connect the brick with the PC, and there is other cables to connect the motor with the brick. And this is the user guide that I said you can download and read. So our next step is step 2, where we're going to see how to connect the brick to a computer or your laptop. If you're using your laptop, then you have to install the EV3 software, which is free. In our lab PC, EV3 software is already installed. So this is the brick, and you will see you have the USB. You have to connect the USB in this port where it says PC, and this USB in we're gonna go to your computer or laptop. Once we have connected the PC, now we need to know how we can turn on and off the EV3, which seems easy. The center button is turned on, and to turn off you have to use this button at the top left here, and you'll follow on this tab, and in this turn off mode you have to say yes using this button and it will turn off. To make a construction plan of your drawbot, the easier way is to see some drawbot that is already made by other students or other user. In the following slides you will see one example, but on top of that there is also a lot of examples are available on the web and also available on YouTube. A good idea would be to see those drawbots that people made and kind of generate your own idea how your drawbot would look like, what would be the mechanism that you want to make for your drawbot. So now you go on the web or on the YouTube, search for drawbots using Mindstorms EV3, and you will see a lot of examples for your brainstorming. The step 4 is build the gears and connect them with motors. Again, this is just one example. You have seen the motors in the previous slide. What I used here, I used some Lego pieces to connect the arm, the motor with this black connector here. This is the red is the motor, I attached a gear. I attached another big gear so that I can reduce the speed, and also it has 4 holes so I can attach the end of my scissor mechanism. So you can design as way you want. I use different pins to connect this. You can see here this arm, the motor, and with the motor to attach the gear, I use this arm to attach with the pins. But it doesn't have to be exactly the same. You can design your own, making your own plan, but this is just an example. So how to build the arm? Again, you have the brick that is connected with your PC. I have attached this Lego piece using 3 black pin here so that I can attach it can have additional hole to attach these holes of the motor. And in previous slide you saw that I have made this motor. Now I'm gonna attach this motor with the brick using these 4 pins. So these 4 pins, 2 will go on the top from these 2 that will go through this 2 hole, and these 2 are gonna come from the bottom, holding it tight with the brick. So this is how it looks like. I have the motor attached to the brick using those pins, and I made the same thing for both sides. Now you can see again, this is the motor, it will rotate, and I used same small gear to rotate this big gear, and this has the same gear. It doesn't have to have the same gear. You can choose a different shape or bigger or smaller gear according to your plan. The last step to build the arm is to connect the motor that we have attached with the brick using the cable. I have a short and long cable. So I have connected, you see on this end where you connected the USB, this is the USB port for the PC, and it has 4 other ports, A, B, C, D. I have connected these 2 motor with C and D. You can also connect any 2 port. Whatever you connect, you have to remember which port you connect, because that we're going to use for when we write the program, we're going to call by this port where it is connected. So how to make a pen holder? You can make any shape of a pen holder. This is just one example of a pen holder that I made, very simple. This is one Lego piece, and it has 2 pins, and there is a locker, 2 simple lock. The pen will go through this 2 port. It is not a tight pen holder, but it works. You can make your own pen holder more rigid as you want. As long as it holds the pen, that should serve the purpose. So this is the mechanism I have made, a scissor mechanism. And at the end I have connected the pen holder using this blue pin. On this end you have this red and blue pin that is to connect this mechanism with the motor. You see I have used these 2 gear, so when this gear rotates, this end will go this way and that way. That way the scissor will move forward and backward, and that's how it's gonna draw, and that's how the pen gonna move. As I have said earlier, the key is to make the drawbot to be able to draw a circle. And you see, after you make your program, you can change. Again, this is C port and D port, so where our motors are connected. So you see, you can change clockwise or counterclockwise rotation. You can also change the rotation speed, and you have to change these two in a combination in such a way that the end product, the drawbot, can draw a circle. So here is an example of my drawbot working at a certain orientation, direction, and speed. Now, if I change the direction and rotation, it should give you another um, drawing. See in this video, when I have changed um, the direction and the speed, it is with the same setup. I have not changed it physically, but just by changing the direction and the rotation speed, it is giving me different shape. So in the video you saw that I did not make, my robot was not making a perfect circle, close to a circle. But your goal is to calibrate the rotation and the rotation speed, rotation direction and rotation speed, such that it creates a circle. Once you have accomplished that, then you have to analyze the drawbot mechanism using the theory that you have learned in class. And also remember to record the number of links that you have used, record the length of each links, and motor speed and direction that you used, because this data gonna be used for the next step, where we're gonna use the software to make the simulation.